Welcome to part 6 in this series on how to not be depressed. I'm Accolon and I'm glad you're here. The world is good at turning people against themselves, and I don't want you living in that misery. There are a lot of people who are depressed about themselves, about the world, about life, and I don't want you to be one of them. That's why I've made this series on how to not be depressed. Again, I'm glad you're here. Now I ask you, who are you in your life? What role are you playing in your life? In your life, in your story, in your world, your personal world, who are you? What role are you playing? Ask yourself this. Are you the person who's building you up? Are you the person who's down on you, who's beating you down with guilt, with regret, with resentment towards yourself, or self-loathing even? Who are you? What role are you playing in your life? Now, in terms of how to not be depressed, here's what I suggest for you, for who to be in your life. And of course, you can be more than one thing. You can be many things. You can be many wonderful things in your life and many wonderful things to yourself. I'm giving you an overall suggestion for who to be in your life for you to not be depressed. In other words, happy, dare we say happy, or fulfilled, or inspired by yourself, inspired by the person in the mirror. Absolutely, that's what the goal is. So what I'm suggesting is that you be a champion, that you be the champion in your life, the champion of your life. And to be a champion, it takes a decision. I call it the champion choice. You decide to be your own champion, and you think and act from being a champion. Now, when you think of yourself as a champion, and you think as a champion, choose as a champion, and act as a champion, it's very different than when you're not. When you're a champion, it's a lot easier to inspire yourself, to be inspired by yourself. And it's a lot easier to make choices for yourself that overcome self-sabotage or being down on oneself or any of the negative crap you were taught to think toward yourself over the years, and overcome demotivation, lack of energy, etc. Because when you're faced with the choice, which every moment you are, which is one reason a lot of us get so exhausted, and every moment we're making choices, right? Makes it easier for you to make choices that help you feel good and help you get through what doesn't feel good to back into what does feel good. You know, thoughts and actions that strengthen you, right? So when you're choosing, okay, now, do I get out of bed feeling crappy? Do I get out of bed feeling motivated? And you think of yourself as a champion in your life, which is the champion choice. Choosing to get out of bed motivated, right? You're motivated as a champion that you're going to handle your business, that you're going to do what you need to do. And this includes self-care. When you're the champion of you, the champion of your own life, it involves championing your self-care. So that's the beautiful, there's a lot of different types of champions, right? You can be an Olympic champion. You can be, generally it's considered an athletics champion. You can be a warrior champion. I teach Kung Fu, so I like the warrior thing. But when you're a champion of your life, it's different. You get to include self-care. You get to include compassion towards yourself. You get to include anything that overcomes your inner struggles of lack of energy, exhaustion, feeling down on yourself, etc., with the champion choice, being your own champion, the champion in your life. So what I want you to do is make the choice to be the champion in your life. That's who I suggest you be in your life. Your champion, your life's champion, and make your decisions from that. So when you're making the choice to be down on yourself or not, and you think of yourself as a champion, being a champion, you're not down on yourself. So then it's at odds. If you make being your life's champion your identity, and then you have negative programming from over the years, from growing up, being taught negative mental, emotional patterns, and ways to have been turned against yourself, if you've been turned against yourself in any way. When that stuff comes up, you being a champion, your champion identity overrides that. Now, you may think, in order to be a champion, you have to win. You have to be victorious first. That makes you a champion. You earn being a champion. And I understand there's that model. But really, to be a champion, you live as a champion. With your champion choice, and you make that your identity. You choose to be a champion, and therefore you are. In your life. Now, if it was an Olympic champion, yeah, you go through and you win the competitions and you become a champion. But when you're a champion of your life, that's inverted. You live your life from being a champion. And it makes your life better. It makes your life more enjoyable to live as a champion in your life. So I want you to take this in. I want you to decide this for yourself, that you are now the champion of your life. And you take that into your mind, take that into your ego, take that into your identity, and use that as leverage to lift yourself up, to rise above as the champion of your life. I'll leave you on that note. If you like what you're hearing, and hopefully you've been watching other videos in this series. Each video gives one little piece in the puzzle, right? I do my best to keep it simple and concise, so what I'm talking about is easy to apply. And the whole point is applying this in your life to help yourself with. So this particular nugget is your champion choice, okay? Make that choice for yourself. And I will see you in the other videos. Now, as far as the other videos, I'll be making more videos in accordance with what people request, right? So in the comments section, let me know what you'd like to hear more about, what you'd like me to speak to. Let me know if this video is helpful and the other videos are helpful or not. Let me know, and I will make these videos more and more catered to what you want to hear about. What you find helpful, because that's the whole point. And of course, go ahead and subscribe to this channel. And then as I put more videos out, you'll be able to see them more readily. Okay. So, you're a champion of your life. I affirm it. You affirm it too. And live from that choice. All right. Take care. You matter. I'll see you in the next video.